Hello, welcome to the recording for week 7. This week we are discussing what you found interesting in the course, and you can have a chance to ask about the final project. The final project is comparing actual sales and projected sales. The final project is due Sunday by midnight. All missing work must be in by Sunday at midnight. That does not include discussions that you've missed. Do not forget you need to participate during week 8, and there is a grade on the discussion for week 8. Please do not post to the week 8 discussion until Monday. Post to the week 8 discussion by Monday at midnight. Replies are not required for the grade but are welcome. The final grades will be available by Wednesday of week 8. I'll try to have them done before that. So the discussion, you have the initial response, which is due Wednesday. You need 3 replies. No APA references required this week since we will be discussing opinions. The final project, please review the rubric attached to the assignment and the memo content. There are some discrepancies between the memo content and the requirements, so you're supposed to ferret that out and find out which is really necessary. You're going to create a memo in Word. You're going to use block formatting, 12-point Times New Roman. You need sender's address, recipient's address, date, salutation, body, closing, typist initials, and footer. You're going to create a table in Excel that summarizes the actual and projected sales. Create a line graph based on the data contained in the table. Insert the table and the graph into the memo and submit both files. You can use a template if you want. If you do, make sure that you include all the required elements. Or you can start with a blank Word document and just include your required elements. If you use a heading like a company heading for the boss's name, that would be alright. I won't count against that. Otherwise, everything needs to be aligned left, including that information. You're going to create data in Excel using the data in the assignment. You're going to create a table, such as the one I've created here. Then you're going to highlight that information. You're going to the Insert menu and insert a line chart, choosing one of the line graphs there. Now to insert the table and the graph into the memo, in Excel you're going to copy the table. Then when you come to Word, instead of just clicking paste, you're going to click on this little arrow and choose paste special and choose Microsoft Excel worksheet object. Then when you create the chart, you can do Microsoft Excel chart object or Microsoft Office graphic object, either one. Remember that you need 2 pages for your memo, so you will need to insert a page break, and that's on the Insert menu. Also remember that you need to include a footer on page 2, which gives you the page number. Now when you look at the rubric, you will see that it shows the points for each section, and when I grade it, I will fill in the points that you get, depending on whether you did the complete part or if you're missing some things. So when you look at the assignment, you'll see the memo content and the rubric there. You're going to save the memo as business sales memo last name first name, and save the Excel worksheet as business sales data last name first name. You're going to place them in a week 7 folder and zip them together and submit one zip file, or if you prefer, you can submit both the 2 files. You are graded on the naming of the files, so make sure that you name them correctly. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.